Okay, 13 days out from the meet. Last heavy squat day of prep is today. And I was kind of hoping that after getting the deadlift out of the way, I would be feeling less pressure today than I did on the deadlift day. But like internally, I'm feeling a hell of a lot more, which I don't necessarily think is a bad thing because pressure is always a reason to wake up, elevate, and do the best that I freaking can. But I also need to recognize the potential reality that with how hard that last deadlift was, like I might be feeling a little bit today, and top end might be a little bit not as good as I would love. And I'm not saying that to talk myself out of doing good. I'm saying that so I can recognize it on the way up and make better calls, because the pressure I'm putting myself on today isn't so much as to hit a specific number, but to hit the number that will best set me up for the platform. And if I have a deadlift that's, probably a little bit overshot, and then a squat that's probably a little bit overshot, like it might be tough to get the fatigue off in time for the taper. So I want to make sure that we are ending on a heavy but still good note. And what I also need to remember too is that, like, in the case that today is an absolute shit show and nothing feels good, last week's chain squat was really freaking good, and I don't want to do this. I don't want to have this be the reality for today. But if today, like, we get to 6 reds and we feel like we're gonna die, like, I know that it is just fatigue from the deadlift. I know that it is just fatigue from the last squat. We will be okay. But I am going to do my best to make sure that that isn't a possibility. But what I always want to kind of plan to do is, like, think about what is the worst case. How do I recognize what the worst case is so that I can better wrap my head around working with it versus working against it? So we're going to do our best to do our best. And I guess that means we got to put our singlet on again. So I will do that and embarrass myself some more with the moose knuckle. Getting the shirt defluffed under the singlet. But I know people always want to say shit like, just don't doubt yourself. And for me at least, like, I have gone to these sessions before with trying to, like, have this rah-rah sense of false confidence. And in the past, it's always led to poor decision making if I'm just trying to do shit that I don't have business doing on a day. And what I've kind of learned to do is just embrace that the doubt, the fear will always be there, but not use it as a reason to quit. Use it as a reason to have a challenge to overcome things. And that is what we're going to be doing here today. So
let's do it.
Yeah. Go straight to 2. And big focus on these early warm-ups is going to be a better low trap anchor than we had the other week. Felt pretty okay. Hey, Miana, I want to get your opinion on something. So, normally on meet days, like for the last, I don't know how many years, I've always gone 2 reds straight to 4 reds.
Yeah.
And I haven't done that yet this prep.
Okay.
And this may be a bad choice for today, but I think I want to do that today just so I know if it is still a realistic option.
Sure.
Okay, so straight to 4 reds.
Let's do it.
I'll go 4. Gotta act like an adult sooner than later. Finally get to not feel like a pansy for putting the belt early on for my second warm-up, because second warm-up was kind of heavy today. Probably double.
Okay. Let's go.
Bah!
Yeah. Hold on. Yep. Okay. Back down. Fuck yeah. Okay.
Felt heavy, moved pretty okay, so good call for today. So I guess that means 5 reds next. But before we do that, if you're feeling stuck in training and no matter how much effort you're putting into the gym, you're not able to bust through that plateau, or if something is jacked up and you can't figure out how to get past it, hit the link below and join the team right now, because I want to be able to help you figure out what is going on with your training, with your technique, and with your exercise selection, so we can get you making better progress than ever. Inside the team, you're gonna be able to get daily individualized coaching directly from me on every single thing that we're doing to make sure that you are as dialed in as possible and making the progress that you deserve. And now that we are kind of getting heavy, kind of got to bring the wake up a little bit better. So we're going to get some fun music on. I got to turn it up on the stereo because it always turns on really quiet, but there is music playing, I swear. Shingle.
Behind it. Overhead. Yeah. Hold. Yeah.
Didn't feel as good as I wanted. No, felt a little soft, but I can get harder. Yeah. And yeah, watching the tape back, like, definitely agree with me, Anna, that it looks like it's freaking schmoving, and I think the fact that I can lock in harder tells me that if I do lock in harder, just gonna feel pretty okay. So we will be aggressive. 695 next jump. And we were just talking about it, but I think the solution is just going to be like I'm really focusing on that pack down. I probably just need to add a little bit more like lower rib cage pushing backwards with abs underneath that pack down.
Yeah.
And I'm betting that'll be the trick to make her feel more like me.
Yeah.
And you know what? We are definitely more afraid of this one than we should be, but reason to wake up.
Good there. Straight back and tighten that up.
Single.
I'll jump back in.
Back down. Posterior handshake. Ah. What?
Forward. There we go.
Still felt heavier than I wanted to, but it was okay. We're fine. Fixed the brace, but didn't break into the knees hard enough, so we gotta fix that for the next one, I guess. Because I don't know if you saw it, scroll back a little bit in the video to see what I'm talking about, but if we watch the bottom, I kind of swung into my knees to get to depth versus just being in my knees from the get-go, so we can do better, so we will do better. 745? Yeah, 745. And this is what we squatted with 100 pounds of chain on the bar. And like I was saying in the beginning, I know that I am a little bit fatigued today from that deadlift. But what I want to do here is move this good enough that we can take one more. So we're gonna wake up and move this good enough that we can take one more.
Remember the time I figured my flaw, it was the scariest. Their faces dropped, they were like, ah, ah, it was hilarious. Now the emotions they bury it, I'm by the ocean, the mirror. They just say character chariot, cause I'm no chariot. They ride my wave like the variant.
Remember who the fuck you are.
Single! Yep.
Lock it in.
I hit the lottery, this is a robbery, make it a crime. Don't put what's wrong with me, I'm an anomaly, and my psychology's ready to die. Ready to die, doing this till season 70.
That's right.
Then I'd be lying. Then I'd be lying.
Easy forward. Attaboy.
There we go. Found the knees. Thank you, sir. And maybe this is me being a pussy, but thinking about it, thinking about how hard that last deadlift was, thinking about how I feel, thinking about how that moved, I don't need to show myself that I can squat 785 today. And I would rather end on a really good note that's like, fuck yeah, we are strong, than hit a hard rep or have something go weird. So I think that's it for the squat to the prep. And like, I hammered that. We are strong. I can squat a PR. I don't need to show myself that more is there today because I know more is going to be on the platform. So yeah, being a pansy. But I think deciding to be a pansy is smarter than deciding to not be a pansy and having something weird happen in the gym. And like, yeah, so I don't like this, but it is the choice that I'm making because I do believe that it will be the smarter choice for the best platform outcome because, yeah. And now that we unloaded the bar, feeling a little bit better about that call because, well, number one, I feel like a very tired boy right now. And number two, I think that like having the confidence to be like, fuck yeah, we're good and not need to show it is a better mindset to be in than I need to show myself what I can squat today, because I know that I don't. I know that like that moved well enough considering the fatigue that we are very strong. And to ensure that we're very strong on the platform, notice I changed back into my sweater because I didn't want to get chalk all over the machine area, because we're going to go crank some hack squats. Not sure how hard we will crank because the quads were feeling very tired there from last week, but we will at least give her a half decent chug and see what we can load on that sucker. Joel is feeling self-conscious about his recommendation that I'm definitely keeping in the vlog. Say it louder for the mic.
785. 785. Not my recommendation.
Apparently,
my reaffirmation.
Apparently, I'm making him look silly, but he does agree that this was the okay call.
2 thumbs up for war amps.
Anyways, we'll see how 2 is feeling here, because that'll help us decide whether or not it is worth pushing these hard today. Quad's definitely a little bit tired, but we are good to go at least 3. And we'll roll the sleeves up for this one to cheat a little bit harder. Hopefully Miana doesn't leave that in the edit. Oh. Feels heavy, which is making me feel better about not taking that squat set. Maybe nudge the feet down just a hair. We're at least good for 4. And as usual here, we're gonna keep the reps fairly low if I know that I can go up, just so we're not burning ourselves out on something light. But that's not something I would normally recommend, like not peaking, but peaking is about fatigue management, so we're managing it. Feet are a little too low this time. Shit. I will figure this out one day.
Good.
Yeah, we'll go 5. Recording Durrell's 5-plate set again, just to embarrass me.
It's only embarrassing if Tyler can do it.
Fair, fair. Safe for a little while. Yep. Good. Yep. Lock in. Through. There you go, dude. Nice work. And I really would like to go up from here, so let's wake up and see if we can make it move well.
Control. Get your feet in the right spot.
I mean, I always think they're in the right spot. Don't find out till I start. Oh, fuck, we're tired today.
Dude, good. That's better than the first. Good push.
Fuck. Yeah, that makes me feel better about the squat call, because holy. That's embarrassing.
You just know your quads are fat.
Yeah, they're tuckered. Oh. So yeah, making me more happy about how the 745 moved. So that was the appropriate call for today. And considering the quad tiredness feels, while considering that my knee feels actually like freaking perfect right now, while also considering that my deadlift wedge felt a little bit off, we're gonna try something a little bit different for third movement slot of the day. And we're gonna film Darrell's 6 plates too, just to make me feel worse about myself. Yep. Good. Yep. Yep. Chug, chug. There you go. Nice work. Oh. I am ashamed.
You're not a good training partner or coach until someone outlifts you.
Yeah, maybe.
But you got to start strong to start off.
Yeah.
Because shitty guys can partner you.
Anyways, gonna wander back now to do the weird third exercise slot. Because I do think the ultimate solution to how deadlifts felt and went on Wednesday is to give myself one more good stiff leg touch. But running some light sumo work always does good for the whole hip shove into the bar that I need for my conventional wedge. So we'll see how 2 feels. It's gonna feel bad, I can already tell. I am so glad I don't have to do that for real. And we got straps out for this one because, well, I don't want to pull sumo mixed grip because it feels like a very long way down to the bar, and straps are an easier solution, I guess. Like, could I double overhand this? Absolutely. Do I want to double overhand this? Absolutely not. Oh, I am filled with regret already. That sucks so much. Miana wasn't even watching. She was staring at her phone, but I'm glad because that sucks so much. But can feel the hip shove happening. Like, not happening very well, but like the sensations happening. I hate sumo so much. My glutes are pumped. Like, I got a glute pump. Getting crooked. Scoot over here. One more set, then we're done with this bullshit. Thank freaking goodness that is over. And thank freaking goodness that we're competing in 2 weeks, so I won't have to do that again. And now it is time to wander back to Machine Land because they stole my GHR that actually works and replaced it with a roller pad. I don't want to do GHR as the roller pad, so we're gonna run some leg curls on this guy because number one, it's open, and number two, it feels shockingly good. Been a while since we have used it, so hopefully 2 plates isn't too aggressive. The sweet spot of difficulty, I'd say. And now we'll just sit here for a rest because this thing is too hard to get in and out of. Maybe pull myself forward, get a little stretch while we're resting. Feels gross. Kind of embarrassing that this is the extent of my hamstring flexibility, but touched my toe, so with short arms like this, maybe it's not that bad. And if I do both at once, no, definitely need the machine to pull myself in. And if I let go, could never get there, but we'll go for round 2. I can't look in the mirror while I'm doing this because the machine is crooked relative to the mirror and it makes me think I'm crooked, but whatever. We'll go. Eyes closed. Or look at the roof. Look at the roof's better than eyes closed. And that one got nasty. And while unloading it, trying to mentally prepare for the worst part of the session. Because this will be our last chance to crank reverse hypers before the meet, so we're starting at 4 reds to make sure the glutes are twerking. I mean, working. I don't know, I hope that was funny. And that sucked, so we're gonna lean here for a few minutes to do another. Miana yelled at me because I was spending too much time leaning on the reverse hyper flirting with Joel, so I guess we're doing set 2. Why do I do this to myself? And like we did Wednesday, because I don't want to absolutely be cooking my torso at this point, just trying to body weight for the setups. And that'll be good enough for set 1. We'll run another with decently tight rests because we didn't work that hard in set 1. Yeah, and that is good enough for today, which I think is a good way to describe today in general, because I'd say pretty successful considering how I felt walking in. And like, do I wish I would have gone for that 785? Like, part of me absolutely does, but I know that I didn't need it. I know that 745 is strong enough that we can for sure load a squat PR on the platform. So again, I'd say that that is good enough for today. Like, we're in a good spot. I know I could PR my deadlift off of that pull, even if it was a little bit shitty. I know I could PR my squat because that felt freaking phenomenal. And as long as I don't do anything stupid on bench, we're going to be on track to, at minimum, hit a post-pec surgery PR. And I do think we might have a chance at beating my best ever pre-pec surgery. So I guess the job now is to get home, eat some good food, rest up, relax, so that we are ready to go for that last bench on Monday. And I think the fact that I kept the squat a little bit more in the pocket today should absolutely give me a much better chance at doing very well on Monday. So I'm getting excited. Like, we're in one piece, stuff's feeling good. And even if this prep wasn't totally smooth, like with the with the hamstring tweak we had early on, with the pec tweak we had early on, with the meniscus tear, even with all of that, like we still put it together in a position where I know I am going to be able to PR my total again, which is the ultimate goal. Like, do I wish the pep was smoother? Absolutely, but it's my own damn fault with the mistakes I made in training. So the job for next one is to, obviously, well, I got to get the job done at this one first, but what I'm going to be thinking about the next time I do this is remembering the times that I did screw up, did get greedy, and then make calls more similar to the call I made today in those situations. And that is what's going to smooth out the next one. So, yeah, I am very, very, very okay to be sitting here after this day, knowing that was our last heavy squat. So I will stop rambling. Peace out. Have a good night, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the team.